How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about XELA. XELA had a wonderful day inside of the market, being green and showing a ton of momentum. I won't take any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and what you can really look forward to if this stock continues its momentum. And then afterwards, we'll be going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know, are shorts still going heavy inside of this play? We're going to be finding out. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. Are institutions loading up on shares? We're going to figure that out as well. And then when all of that is done, we'll be jumping into the final thoughts. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Exela. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.22, being up 13.38%. On the low, it tested $2.95, and then on the high, testing $3.30. And as you can see, what's going down inside the after hours at the time of this recording, we're at $3.34. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, we traded at 75.534 million shares, and as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days is around 45.46 million shares. So you already know when we have this above average volume and there's a lot of demand, of course we're going to see some strength in Exela. And what made him put the icing on the cake, we ended up having a strong day inside the market as well. When we take a look at the RSI down below, we're at 60.35. So yes, we are in the overbought territory. And for your information, the chart that we're using is the 1-year daily chart. So now we can see we have strength above the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. This is the same area where I was saying, hey, we can have some support going into today. We can look forward to seeing a strong movement. And of course, that's exactly what we started seeing. We ended up testing all the way up to $3.30 during regular trading hours. Of course, that was no surprise. We had some selling pressure there due to the fact that, hey, this is an area of resistance. But with that said, you can see we are carrying this momentum going into the after hours. So as far as we close, I feel as long as we close above $3 at the end of after hours, to be exact, I think we're okay and we're looking really good going into tomorrow. And what we need to actually look forward to as well, depending on where we close, is say if we close at 3:30, then as far as for regular trading hours, I would love to see us making that move up, and of course being able to get to the 350 range. I think it's very possible for us to get to 350 going into tomorrow. And of course, we do have some anticipation with earnings coming up as well. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the short interest information for Exela. So as we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is at 800,000, updated 23 minutes ago. And as far as for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 11.13%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, you could see here it is at 47.56 for the close of August the 2nd, and on the 30th it was at 35.20. So definitely it has increased, and shorts are definitely loading up even more with their positions. But one thing to keep in mind, if we continue to have the volume and strength and price action like we were seeing today, then of course this momentum can continue going into tomorrow and possibly being able to force that short squeeze. Do keep in mind of the fact we also do have earnings that is coming up, so there's a lot of excitement around that as well. So I'd just say make sure if you're inside of this play, you have a strategy. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Exela. So we can see here on the inflow is at 56.71, and on the outflow it was at 50.90. On the large, we had 18.54. Keep in mind this is in the millions. On the medium, we had 30.20, and on the small, we had 7.97. As far as for the outflow side, we had it on the large at 16.06, and on the medium, we had it at 27.46, and on the small, it was at 7.38. So it was an inflow day. So when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see we had inflows on the 30th, the 2nd, and as well as the 3rd, which is today. And you can see it was at 2,483.14. So institutions are definitely loading up on shares. They're buying a good amount, and this is definitely signaling a bullish sign, especially since the technical setup is looking very bullish. It's good to see, hey, a lot of the smart money wants to be a part of this move as well. So for anyone who's inside of this play, just make sure that you have a strategy in place, and of course you want to make sure you're protecting your profits. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for XELA, I'm definitely excited on the way it performed today inside of the market. Also, when we take a look at the technical setup here, it is looking very bullish. So for anyone who's inside of this play, there's definitely a lot to look forward to here. Do keep in mind they do have earnings that is coming up, so there is going to be some anticipation there. So just make sure having a strategy in place should be able to protect you from the volatility that you could possibly see. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, yes, shorts are definitely heavily vested inside of this play. You're hearing it everywhere inside of the media in regards to, like, yes, top short squeeze stocks, and of course Exela is on that list. And also we're getting even more articles talking about how bullish the play is actually looking. So with all of that said, this is why I want to emphasize, if you have your entry strategy and as well as your exit strategy, you should be protected. If you're in this play for the long-term prospects of the overall company, of course make sure you do your homework and as well as your due diligence. So with all of that said, hey, it was a great day overall. Can't wait to see how XELA performs for the rest of the week. We'll talk soon.